Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Wakatoa, Ngāti Kahungunu, Ngāti Tūwharetoa, Te Atiawa, Nau Raru, Te Atahau Nui, a Paparangi, Nau Iwi, ko Kaiwhare Kara France, Toku Ingoa. Kia ora. So we're down at Puki Muki Muki Marae, in the heart of Marae Nui in Napier, Hawke's Bay. This is where all my whānau's from. I'm here to reconnect, celebrate our whānau, and be present.
We pull up with the heater, respect my girl like Aretha, kick your feet up, Adidas, never leave her,
Right from when my children were young, I was determined to make sure that my boys became the best possible people that they could become. It was a journey for them in terms of their pathway of tikanga Māori and te reo Māori and who they are, carrying the mana of the male and their whakapapa, and as rangatira whānau, as we are, kahuaraki, it was a journey that they had to be ready for themselves. It could not be pushed. But in knowing their future, my father played a very strong role in their upbringing and making sure that those wisdoms and teachings from him went directly to his moko, Kaiwhare and his brother, David Taupehi. So I was really fortunate. We sent them back home to my parents quite often for those reasons, that those knowledges were passed down at an early age. And so they had a very strong relationship with their grandfather.
Who's this? Kai said he's coming to dig the hole.
I can come help. BNTP.
You know what? Help.
I will come keep you guys company.
Windows, please.
Got some gumboots.
Yeah, we're going to have to stop off at the warehouse.
Too much.
It's cool having him back home. We don't get to see him much these days because he's so busy. We still treat him like everyone else is treated, so we give him shit and stuff, but everyone's super proud of him.
Everyone just remembers me as the dishes dodger.
Dishes dodger, yes.
My whānau down here have always been just full of aroha. So much support, so much wisdom and guidance, and you just feel at home when you're here.
Kaiwhare has a whakapapa that comes off the awa of Whanganui with his grandmother's side, and Rongononga married Turi, who's one of our ancestors, so that's the awa. He's also a whakapapa to Waikato. So there are two raindrops that came from the tears of Ranginui that made the river Whanganui and made the river Waikato, and that's Kaiwhare. When you come back this way to his whakapapa, there's another raindrop that came down from Ranginui, and that created the river of Mohaka, the Mohaka River. That's his Kahungunu side. So you're asking my relationship with Kaiwhare. I am Kaiwhare and Kaiwhare is me.
Kind of perfect timing, I guess, being back home down in Hawke's Bay, and it's my grandma's 6th-year anniversary of her passing. I remember that day because I actually wasn't in the country. I was in Thailand training when I got the phone call that my grandma had passed away, and I was down here a few weeks before that hanging out with her. I remember being in the living room at their old house in Tamatea, and she was talking to me about doing karakia before I go out and I fight, and she was just telling me not to speak it but just to say it in my head, and just a protocol that our tupuna would have done going into battle. And I remember when she was having a kōrero with me and just taking all that wisdom and she knew I was about to leave to go overseas and train and compete. Just little moments like that. You know, my nan was such a loving lady and, you know, had so much aroha for all her whānau, and, you know, she was always softly spoken, but the mana she had when she walked in a room, you know, you knew that you would listen when she spoke. So when I got the phone call that she had passed away, my family said, don't come back. She's always going to be with you. You stay there. You keep doing what you're doing. That's what she would have wanted you to do. So, you know, little sacrifice is not being here present, you know, for the tangi, but, you know, I knew she would be proud of me just pushing on and using that as fuel, and just being back here and being with everyone that I've grown up with, bringing my son back, bringing my wife back, and just telling our story the right way, which is involving everyone, because everyone's a part of it.
I have to look at it through my lenses as a Māori, and one is tribalism. What does it mean? It means that the world's not perfect, hey? And our children are not perfect. They're created differently. We have to accept that and support them in their journey of life. And if we present to them a pathway, it's no good just letting them do it. We have to walk alongside them. That's what I call whakapapa. Sometimes we have to listen to the heartbeat of our children, because sometimes they have the answer, and as adults, we try and smother them so much that we forget that that child has got something, a gift to give to us, and we just need to listen sometimes.
Dad's been real supportive of us, and Mum. You know, both our parents are like really supportive and always push us to be like the best versions of ourselves, and like not settling for anything mediocre, always trying to like push for the next thing. You know, Kai's done his UFC stuff. I've been to uni and gone through law school and all that stuff, and it's all about like trying to better ourselves. And now that we're, you know, where we are now, it's kind of like going back a bit and learning more about our culture, our language, our way of thinking, Te Ao Māori, the Māori world. So now it's kind of rebuilding that stuff. But I think our parents have just really, it's been a lot of aroha, a lot of support, a lot of like positive talk and positive affirmation. You know, saying that, yeah, you can do this, you can do that. Saying that, you know, you're awesome, keep going, keep pushing.
Yeah.
Emotional because, you know, obviously my parents, they're not together. You know, even though they're not together, they've continued to support me and Kai, and I'm proud of me and Kai as well for the things that we've achieved and the people that we are today. You know, going through family stuff can impact people, but I'm glad that, you know, it has, but in a positive way. And we've used it as fuel to keep going and keep getting better. But we're really close with both our parents, and we talk a lot. You know, we're very open.
So coming down here with him and my brother, yeah, it's awesome to be back together. Obviously, we don't see each other all the time, so it's nice, and we do get weekends away, and you just kind of soak up that time together and just appreciate it. And obviously having my son down here as well as my wife around everyone, yeah, it just means a lot that we can do these little things and just reconnect. I guess that's the key word here is, yeah, just come back to where everything started.
Kai's grown up in public, and that what you see is what you get. He's empathetic, he's loyal, he's a great father, and he'd get up in the night and change nappies, which is pretty good. even when he's been training really hard all week. So those are the sides that people don't see, but those are the things that and his relationship will see him have longevity in the sport, is those things. He's grounded.
He's changed a lot, but he's changed in a more, sometimes you get worried that it's going to affect his personality or the way he thinks or acts, but if anything, he's become more himself and more confident in who he is and hasn't let the outside noise affect his core values, and I think that shows with his whānau and his baby and his work ethic. He doesn't let the limelight distract him from who he is and what he's there to do. So it's changed him in a way that's made him more confident for where he wants to go and things that he wants to improve on. And yeah, he's got this awesome job, and he's not only a fighter, but he's got heaps of other jobs as well. He's presenting on shows, he's commentating with King of the Ring, he's doing public speaking, he's going to be in a new ad for Kellogg's, Nutrigrain. No, he's not. He's doing heaps of things, so it's cool that he's not restricting himself to the ring. He's making the most of his time, and so he can set himself up for the future. Yeah.
There are levels of anxiety, yeah, admittedly, but however, this is Kaiwhare's life, and Kaiwhare, is trained to do this particular job. So I back him 100%. I don't give him any other negativity except positive, 100% energy. So I stay there in that energy of 100% positive, energy with him. Just stand in your mana and don't back down.
My understanding of what Kaiwhare is there are three things that Kaiwhare stand for. One is the tinana, to look after our people and feed our people. The other part of the Kaiwhare is to learn and grab the knowledge and give it to our mokopuna in a way that they can understand without demanding it, but just finding a way to work with our kids. And the last one is taha wairua, is to believe that you can accentuate the positives in this world. That is what I believe Kaiwhare, and his name is simple as that.
I just want to say that I'm really proud of Kaiwhare, very, very proud of Kaiwhare. I expected him to be great. I know that there was a question in regards to Dallas and how I felt about that. Yeah, of course I was disappointed. But and how I gave support was through love. And I did say to him, have a rest and you get back in that ring and you go back. And you get your belt, because it belongs to you.
When I was at my uncle's tangi before I started my world title fight camp, in my head I was telling my uncle that I'll come back with the belt after I win. Obviously didn't come back with the belt, but I still came back, and I know he would be proud regardless of the outcome. Like I said before, this is just another chapter in my career. This is just another, I guess, even better way to tell my story, knowing that we were right there, we were winning, and we didn't win, but I'm still here to fight another day. So let's just keep pushing, let's keep going, let's keep turning up, and I won't stop until I get that belt. I know I'm so close, I know that it's my destiny, and when I do win the belt, I definitely will be bringing it back to Hawke's Bay, and celebrate with our whānau. But until then, I've just got to make sure that get back in the gym, keep my head down, and keep working on just enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, and just living, I guess, every day to be better than the day before. So this is the legacy I'm leaving my son. He'll see this story and know that I've turned my losses into learning curves, and you just pick yourself up and you go again. So yeah, I can't wait. My actions are my loudest voice, and that's why I keep just pushing for more. There's no limit of how far I can take this. doing it for the next generation that are looking at me and knowing, okay, if he can do it all the way from Aotearoa, New Zealand, why can't I?
The tools martial arts teaches you honour, respect, accountability, self-discipline, and obviously self-defence, so it's definitely saved my life.